topic: the power of positive thinking and
Listening.
how to reframe your mindset. Our thoughts shape our reality more than we often realize. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring problems, it means facing them with hope, confidence, and resilience. Every successful person experiences challenges, but what makes the difference is the way they think. Positive thinking can transform fear into courage and failure into learning. The mind is like a garden. Whatever thoughts we water daily, positive or negative, will eventually grow and influence our life. Reframing your mindset is the art of changing the way you see situations. Something a small shift in thinking can create a huge shift in life. Positive thinking is not magic, but it is powerful. It helps us stay motivated, emotionally strong, and focused even during difficult times. So, we will discuss with the Sesimen. My first question is: what is positive thinking and why is it important in life?
To me, positive thinking is basically a mental tool for resilience. It's not about wearing rose colored glasses and pretending everything is perfect. That's just denial. It's more about choosing to focus on solutions and possibilities instead of getting paralyzed by the problem. It's important because it changes your physiological response to stress. When you approach a challenge with the belief that you can handle it, you're less likely to panic and more likely to actually find a way out. It keeps you in the driver's seat of your own life. Do you think it's possible for someone to be too positive to the point where they stop taking real risks?
Okay. How does our mindset affect our daily decisions and behavior?
That's basically the lens you're looking through. If your mindset is geared towards scarcity or fear, you'll probably play it safe and avoid opportunities because you're anticipating a no or a failure. You end up making decisions based on avoiding pain rather than seeking growth. But if you've reframed that into a growth mindset, you start seeing a mistake not as a dead end, but as data. Your behavior shifts from being defensive to being curious. It's the difference between saying, I can't do this, and I don't know how to do this yet. Do you find that you're usually more driven by the desire to achieve something or the fear of things going wrong?
What is the difference between positive thinking and unrealistic thinking?
The difference is grounding. Positive thinking is based on hope and capability. It's saying, this is a tough situation, but I have the tools to get through it. It acknowledges the obstacle but focuses on the path around it. Unrealistic thinking or toxic positivity is just ignoring the obstacle entirely. It's saying everything happens for a reason. Just smile while your house is on fire. That's dangerous because it stops you from taking the actual steps needed to fix a problem. One is a strategy for overcoming, the other is just a fantasy. Do you think society pushes us too much toward that unrealistic side of things?
Okay. How can negative thoughts impact mental and physical health?
It's basically a constant stress loop. Mentally, negative thoughts like rumination or self criticism wear you down, which can lead to anxiety or burnout because your brain never actually gets to rest. Physically, it's even more direct. When you're stuck in a negative spiral, your body stays in a state of fight or flight, pumping out cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, that constant tension messes with your sleep, weakens your immune system, and can even cause chronic things like high blood pressure or digestive issues. Your body literally feels the weight of your thoughts. Do you feel that tension physically when you're overthinking things?
Okay.
Okay,
What
you're with me?
what does it means to reframe your mindset?
Reframing is basically just changing the narrative. It's taking a situation and looking at it from a different angle to change how it makes you feel. Instead of seeing a mistake as, I failed and I'm not good at this, you reframe it as, this didn't work, so now I know exactly what to avoid next time. You aren't changing the facts of what happened, the mistake still happened, but you're changing the meaning you give it. It turns a dead end into a detour. Have you ever had a situation that felt like a disaster at first, but looking back, it actually turned out to be a good thing?
Okay, my next question is, how can a person turn failure into learning opportunities?
It starts with detaching your identity from the outcome. Most people think, I failed, which feels like a permanent label on who they are. The shift is thinking, this attempt failed, which is just a piece of information. Once you do that, you can actually get curious about it. Instead of dwelling on the embarrassment or the loss, you ask, where exactly did the wheels fall off? And what part of this was in my control? It's basically like performing an autopsy on the mistake to find the lesson. If you can find the specific why, the failure becomes an investment in your future success. Do you think people are generally too afraid of looking foolish to actually learn from their mistakes?
Okay, so my next question is, what some daily habits that help develop positive thinking?
I think the most effective ones are the ones that create a pattern of noticing the good. Gratitude is a big one, not just a generic I'm thankful, but specifically identifying three small wins from the day. It forces your brain to scan for positives instead of scanning for threats. Another good habit is thought auditing. When a negative thought pops up, you don't fight it, you just challenge it. Ask yourself, is this actually a fact or is this just a story I'm telling myself? That creates space between you and the emotion. And honestly, just getting outside or moving your body helps break those mental loops. Which of those sounds the most doable for you, or do they feel a bit too cliche?
How does gratitude improve our mindset?
It basically trains your brain to stop focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Our minds are naturally wired for negativity bias. We notice the one thing that went wrong over the 10 things that went right because it's a survival mechanism. Gratitude consciously overrides that. When you actively look for things to be grateful for, you're rewriting those neural pathways to prioritize abundance over lack. It shifts your internal state from I need more to I have enough, which lowers stress and makes you more resilient when things actually do go south. Do you think it's harder to feel gratitude when you're in the middle of a struggle, or is that when it's most useful?
Okay, so
Still with me?
thank you for this discussion. A positive mindset does not change the world overnight, but it changes the way we respond to the world, and that we can change everything. Life will always have challenges, but when we train our minds to see possibilities instead of obstacles, we become stronger and more hopeful. Reframing your mindset is a journey, not a one day task. Small positive thoughts practiced daily can create a happier and more meaningful life. The power of positive thinking lies in believing that every difficulty carries a lesson, every failure carries growth, and every new day carries hope. Your mind is powerful, feed it with positivity, gratitude, and purpose, and you will begin to see life from a brighter perspective. So,
That,
stay tuned with us.
that was
We'll meet in the next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.